My name is Algimantas. I'm ambassador of Creator, the Paradise Trinity I am, and apostle of Jesus and his partner, Creator daughter Nevadonia. Why there is such a phenomenon nowadays as war, military conflicts? Why this phenomenon still is in existence in the 21st century? Is it just a norm in our life? Of course, it's abnormal. Creator, who is spiritual, who has no material body, no any outer form. It's not inframed in any form, since it's infinite, is spirit, and even the source and center of spirit. Wars are all material. Why are they still as a phenomenon of our century and in our humanity? Why is it so that there is so much of material, intellectual suffering within humanity? Why there is such a disagreement on any issues, political, economic, cultural, religious, family, and inter-association relationship among all humans? Why is there so many? Why are there so many conflicts around, starting even with one's own self within? It's because all our understanding of evolution is based on the matter, on the material, rather than spiritual. Creator is the author of evolution. He is the director of this evolutionary performance according to his own evolutionary plan, which is like a script for a performance. And we are the actors in evolution. So, as I've told you, that Creator is a spirit himself, and even the source and center of spirit. So that's why, no matter, all creation is material, but it is based on the spiritual foundation of Creator. And the material is always subordinate to the spiritual. If you feel within yourself that you have some thoughts of truth, justice, goodness, beauty, love, just thoughts, these are thoughts from the spirit of Creator, which is indwelling your mind. But the mind that is spiritual, bestowed upon your spiritual personality. And the personality itself is also an eternal gift to each of you by Creator himself, who is the source and center of personality. But since you have this material form, which is called a human body, and the material brain. So this spiritual personality is still asleep, even in the 21st century, as there have never been spiritual teachers who would have helped your personality wake up. So that's why I am training such future spiritual teachers, that they might enlighten you, enlighten your mind, spiritual mind, that would start dominating your material, the material side of the mind. And the material side of the mind has the animal origin. And the animal, the beast, is full of fear. He is afraid of the environment unknown to this animal mind. So that's why the fear is promoting the operation in a wrong direction, and the opposite way than the mind, divine mind of your personality desires to lead you to. But since this higher spiritual and divine mind is asleep, the dominance of the material mind, which has the animal origin, of course, is selfish. It's doing everything and trying to figure out what is beneficial to his or her environment, to himself or herself, rather than to the whole, to all, to humanity, to the whole of the universe, to the whole of creation. So until the dominance of the material, animal origin mind continues, wars will be one of the means to solve different conflicting issues among different groups, different factions, different parties, different layers of community, society, and even among different states. These wars is the phenomenon characteristic of the animal beast origin mind. And it has nothing to do with a divine, eternal, spiritual personality mind. The bright mind that has all the potentials bestowed by Creator within this spiritual personality and within this mind. But these potentials should be turned into actuals, that they would begin to dominate the animal mind. But first of all, even the animal mind has to get some knowledge of what is around, what is the meaning of this life, what is the meaning of having a family, of having one's career, what is the meaning of working in this or that job, what is not the purpose, but the meaning of every decision made by the mind. and what might be the consequences of the decision already implemented. So, if there are spiritual teachers who would begin to expand the outlook even of this animal origin mind, material mind, there will be the moments that this mind will have some glimpses and sparkles of spiritual notions, thoughts, certain impulses within. But if this personality becomes sincere, that he does desire, say, to enlighten himself or herself, and desires this enlightenment sincerely, and as sincerity is one of the character traits of Creator, who is, as I've told you, the source and center of spirit. So, of course, this kind of an impulse will start breaking down the ice of the dominance of the animal origin mind. And this ice will be gradually melting depending upon that personality's personal, sincere efforts to take in a brighter light from some spiritual teacher. So, through spiritual enlightenment is the only way out of any problem on this material world, provided that this problem is being solved together with Creator, the Paradise Trinity I Am. Only this way it is possible to eliminate all the conditions for even the smallest war. Because spirit is the dominating force by Creator within any personality on all the worlds. But all the actions, all the decisions are being taken by humans on this planet, by those dark-minded people. They are controlled by the animal origin mind, by its desires, by its ego, which is selfish. Creator's ego is altruistic. He is operating ceaselessly, without any break, even for a moment. But he is operating for the benefit of all. On a spiritual plane, on a spiritual level. But since we are the furthest away from Creator, who is in the very middle of the whole of creation, and we are on the outskirts in space, our planet is almost on the outskirts of the creation. So of course we have a lot of distortion within our mind, material mind, of the notions about Creator, as we have no spiritual teachers who might correct all these distortions and lead this mind to a spiritual enlightenment. And that is the issue to be settled in the future. That's why I train spiritual teachers, that humanity would have the environment that has been provided by Creator according to his evolutionary plan. Humanity, whose activity is based on Creator himself, discovered within each personality and operating in brotherhood. No matter in what part of the world this operation might be taking place, the brotherhood comes through the Creator, who is one for the whole of creation. So even those who are operating in brotherhood, having discovered Creator within each personality, they consider all the other personalities around his or her brethren, because they all have the same one Creator made up of 4 personalities, but they are absolutely interunited spiritually and operate as one Creator. So this is the way out of absolutely all problems which cause a lot of suffering for the material beings, humans, even in the 21st century. There is no other way out of this situation, because Creator has not provided any other outcome but the spiritual living path that I am promoting all the time as the ambassador of Creator on and to this planet, then an apostle of Jesus, and in this case, the apostle of Jesus's as master, Creator, son's partner, Creator daughter, Nebuchadnezzar, because I'm also the only one on this planet to represent her as her apostle as well, in addition to being an apostle of Jesus. So this is my short spiritual teaching to you. Just address Creator, even today, sincerely, out of your heart. Address him by any name, by Almighty Source, the Father of all, the mind of all, the super person of all, by any other personal address. Just that you should address not the idea of God, but a person, a personality that you might even imagine within your mind. And speak out your words of sincerity. What are you worried with or gladdened by some experiences that you have gone through recently, or some troubles, and you find no way out of them That's why you are so worried and, in a way, anxious to get out of all these troubles as soon as possible. So address Creator and pour out all your sorrows, sufferings, all the most maybe unacceptable to you thoughts that you desire to get rid of. Just pour them out to Creator, to His personality. The most important thing that you should do it sincerely, not mechanically. And you will be, well, promptly feeling a relief within. And this will be a different level of vibrations within your own personality. You will feel how it has turned into an easier breathing of your body, because the matter is subordinate to the spirit. And you have opened your spiritual personality to Creator. So you were operating already as a spiritual being. So of course, this outer form, being material, is also reacting to all these vibrations that you are feeling within. And every material cell starts expressing gratitude to you that you allowed her to also experience some elevation and release out of stress that he has lived for decades. So this is the only way just to enlighten your mind that would make right decisions that are being prompted by Creator to your spiritual and divine mind bestowed by Creator to you as a personality, as a spirit. So this is the solution of eliminating any wars even in the future. So that's why mind your words and follow my teaching without putting it off until Monday. No. Just start implementing it in your life right now and every day on. And you will get surprised what tremendous changes you will experience within your personality. And then you will realize that the only solution to solving all the military conflicts is Creator Himself discovered within. And all conflicting situations simply evaporate exactly like the thickest fog evaporates in the sun